Good day, beautiful souls. Today we're going to talk about toxic and blind loyalty. This is something that people who grew up in a toxic household tend to consistently follow through with as an adult until we do the healing and understanding of what true loyalty is and what true boundaries and self-care are. I used to always say I'm loyal to a fault because I would give up things that I needed for friends and family. I would give up my sanity. I would give up my energy and my time. I would give up my health just so other people had what they needed and stayed in my life. So this was an ongoing thing that I was loyal to a fault and loyal to people who were clearly not loyal back in any type of way. That kept abandoning me and showing me that I shouldn't be loyal. But because I had abandonment issues and felt that I needed to prove something, that I wasn't going to be that person who abandoned people, I kept getting myself in situations. So let's talk about this. What is blind or toxic levels of loyalty? These are full-on commitments to someone or something that has been something that has come with a cost. Okay, so whether that's a relationship with your parents, whether that's a dedicated relationship to a church, whether that is a friendship, okay, that you're always constantly defending and going back to this person, place, or thing that you've been loyal to that continually shows that you shouldn't be loyal because they're not showing the same. And no matter what they do, you are actively trying to participate in showing your loyalty to this said thing. So for example, despite having clear, concise evidence, hard proof that this person, place, thing, or organization, whatever, has caused you harm, fear, destruction, there's been abuse, emotional abuse, and this has repeatedly happened, and you continuously keep showing up to prove your loyalty, it's a toxic dynamic. And often this loyalty is driven by fear, guilt, a subconscious programming. And what I mean by that is, if we grew up in a household where we were forced to be loyal to someone who was harming us, that is conditioned in our brain that we have to do those things. Like this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to defend this person. We're supposed to stick by their side no matter how bad they hurt us. So it could be, stemming from abandonment wounds, trauma wounds, neglect wounds. And this is usually happens and it grows in bonds in childhood. Not always, but that is the case in most instances. So then other issues that come along with this is you're abandoning yourself. You have no boundaries, you have no self-care, you have no means of pouring into your own cup because you're so overly dedicated to proving your worth and loyalty to these unhealthy people and trying to keep them in your life and trying to prove something. So in a nutshell, you're just sabotaging yourself, your safety, your health, your sanity, just to prove your worth somewhere else. Very often we come across the fact that we're missing opportunities to have other good friendships, other good relationships, because we're so overindulgent in forcing the hand in these other relationships that are absolutely not being reciprocated. Then in turn, we have the problem of, well, because I'm trying to hardcore stick with this person or these people or this organization to defend and have cognitive dissonance, okay, that this is what's real and this is what's happening, then you start losing all the people who genuinely care. You start seeing a pattern of now all I have is this one person, place, thing, whatever that I have been overly loyal to. Now, toxic loyalty can also kind of mingle into the fact with holding on to things. So it's almost like a hoarding if it comes to something other than a person or a organization. You're holding toxic loyalty to personal items or material things or a home, or it creates issues in other parts of your life. And essentially, we're teaching those around us, including our children, our friends, that we only care about them. We don't care about us. We are not important. And then we break our own hearts, showing everyone around us that we don't matter because we only show them that they matter. And then finally, when you had enough and you're like, wow, this is getting me nowhere, like it's not helping the agenda to show them the love and unconditional loyalty, you're breaking your own heart. And you've become so disconnected with yourself that it's hard to break that bond. So once you see that this is happening, you have to start the process of breaking that pattern, breaking that chain, because you're going to continue doing it over and over and over in every single relationship that you have, whether that's with other family members, friends, children, coworkers, whatever. It's not a healthy bond. And you have to break that thought process and that pattern. You have to start thinking to yourself, okay, I am acknowledging and realizing that this type of loyalty is unhealthy, not only for me, but everyone involved, anyone who is seeing this. It is sacrificing my safety, my health, my sanity, and my environment is not okay. And you have to start telling yourself, this is not going to happen anymore. I trust and know in my intuition that I can find better bonds. This is pushing me in the direction of where I need to go. I can allow this broken type of relationship go. And you have to talk yourself through it because you're so used to having that toxic blind loyalty and defending people who have harmed you that it has now trauma bonded you. And trauma bond is a whole other issue. Similar stuff, but it's hard to break. And then you have to realize you're abusing yourself. You're allowing yourself to be abused. So being self-aware is self-mastery, self-discipline, self-control. It's all self-healing. Nobody can prove your worth. You have to know your worth and you have to show your worth. And you're going to do that by understanding what a healthy relationship is and what it is not. When you see red flags, do not ignore them. Have a blessed day.